Isaacs, Technical Development Manager with Sound Devices. I'm here to show you our new PIX-260 rack mount video deck. It's a 2U half rack mount unit, so I'm showing 2 units here in the rack. It's based on our successful 240 portable video recorder, which came out around 9 months ago, sitting over there. And what's new about the PIX-260, apart from it being a rack mount piece? Well, let's take a look behind the front panel. I can pull down the front panel here and you can see we have 2 PIX caddy drive bays. Here's our standard SSD caddy, standard SSD drive, slots into our caddy, USB firewire. Now this slots in here, we can slot another one in here so we can have 2 drives in the front, and we can record to both of those drives simultaneously. We can also, if we look at the back panel down here, we can also see that we have 2 eSATA ports, so we can actually record to 4 drives simultaneously. These drives are configured in a RAID 1 array. So what does that mean? It means that at the end of a recording session, you can hand off 4 pre-made recordings, all with the same data on them. I can hand one off to the director, maybe one to post, one as a backup. This is pretty important because at the end of a shoot, you can have terabytes worth of data. And to be able to just hand off immediately at the end of a recording session, this is key, so that's a key feature. What else is different about the PIX-260? Well, if we take a look at the rear panel again, you can see there's a huge range of extra functionality. I mean, we have the standard HD SDI in and out and HDMI in and out for recording our high quality video to DNX HD and ProRes, with our standard timecode in and out and sync in and out. We now include a sync in port, so now we can play back in synchronization with a house sync signal, which is crucial for synchronized playback applications. But one thing that really takes up a lot of real estate in the rear panel is all this audio connectivity. This is also a 32-track audio recorder. Up to 32 channels of input and 32 channels of output. Let me just talk you through those. 8 channels of analog line in, line out on D subs. XLRs 2 for 2 channels of analog audio in and audio out. We have AS, EBU, 8 channels in and out. The HDMI in and out gives us 8 channels of in and out. The SDI out gives us 16 channels of in and out. But the pièce resistance is our Ethernet connection. We now support Dante. Dante is an AV string protocol over Ethernet it's an IP protocol, and it allows the transmission, bi-directional transmission of 32 channels of audio. It's a 1 gigabit per second Ethernet connection. It just uses standard infrastructure, Ethernet infrastructure, using existing hubs and switches, so no special equipment is necessary there. Dante is actually a widely supported protocol now. Companies such as Yamaha, all their mixers have a Dante plug-in card, which can be then used to transport audio back and forth between PIX-260s sitting on the same LAN network. A very powerful tool. The Ethernet can also be used for remote control. We have a web server built into the PIX-260, and so now we can control a PIX-260 just via any browser. Even more so, that web browser can control multiple PIX-260s. We can record hundreds of PIX-260s all at the same time. Frame synced record or frame synced playback. We can even group multiple PIXs into groups and record those individual groups and play back those individual groups separately. So you may have separate studios and you can control each of those studios and the groups of PIX-260s within them. So as you can see, a very powerful device. And yeah, this is going to be available later this year, it's around September time, at a price of around $4.5K. Thank you very much.